You're listening to Hayes Radio Network, Cannabis Lifestyle Radio.
Yeah! Y'all know who it is. It's the highest host, motherfucker. This is another podcast. We out here. Shout out to everyone tuning in. I appreciate all y'all. It's Adam Ill. I was supposed to do these every week of the year in 2020. And, we had some shit happen around the world that affected everybody.
What happened?
There was just some virus going around that everyone around the world started tripping on. And, people are still going crazy about it. And it's just like a lot of people don't know what to do and who to listen to and what to believe anymore. And it's just going crazy. And I said, you know what? I want to get my podcast back. I want to create more content. I want to keep doing this. I've been at home streaming for like the past 4 months. I've been doing the IG Live, and then I discovered Twitch. Well, I didn't discover it. It's been brought to my attention many, many years ago, and I was like, oh, I got so much shit going on.
Slept on
I don't want it. I was sleeping. And then during quarantine, I was like, what? Let's fucking go. And now I'm live streaming this podcast on Twitch, and I am bringing one of my really good friends. I've worked with him. I've probably worked with you for over, it's been 6 years maybe since we first started working together.
Something like that.
If you don't know who it is, I'm talking about Damien Staleblazer. You might have known him on the Be Real TV show. He used to do the Friday night shows, right?
Right.
What was it called?
Well, I did the Dr. Green Thumb show every day.
But you had your own show on Friday.
And then we had Medication on Friday nights.
But you were also co-hosting on the Dr. Green Thumb show. That's where I met you.
Right.
Because I was doing my show on that network, and I did Thursday nights Getting High With, and I knew how much talent you had and how amazing you are with conversation.
Thank you.
I asked you if you would be down to run the soundboards on my show, because you were doing soundboards on Be Real TV.
And I did. Had a good time, man. It was party night on Thursday nights. It was good times. Bert and Marcus and all the gang came down every fucking Thursday.
Those were nights to look forward to. We had
Stony.
It was a good time. A lot of friends pulled up. We had amazing guests come through, and it was just a big, friendly smoke sesh. And we got entertained, but we were learning at the same time. We had hash artists come in. We had growers. We had musicians come in, artists, porn stars, actors, politicians, lawyers, like anyone.
Graph artists, everybody.
We had a whole bunch of people, and, not everything lasts forever. No. And some of us just started doing our own thing, did our own shows. Damon was always about police chases, and even when we were at the studio and there was a police chase, we'd have the TV on, and we'd be glued to the TV. I don't know if this is like an LA thing or if this is like a international thing, but I feel like LA is just like, we love chases.
Well, we definitely do here, and we are the capital of the chases here. We are the chase king, or the chase capital. But it really is a worldwide thing. As I've started Smokin' Scan, I've realized, looking at the demographics through YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else, that there really are a lot of people watching from outside of the country. The UK is very big. A lot of people watch from London and Scotland, and then you still have people hitting me up from Berlin and Germany and across the whole world.
And now that there's no more like cops or live PD, or they ain't showing these like police shows, I feel like more people are getting interested in live police chases. Because when I used to watch, people were like, oh, they're so boring. They're just following this guy and he's going so slow. Why don't they just like pit maneuver him or block him or whatever? And it's like there's all these rules and laws and shit they have to follow to not hurt anyone else. But the other night, Damon, I was watching Smokin' Scan.
Okay.
I was watching Smokin' Scan. It was a slow-ass driver just going in circles. Mm-hmm. He was just hanging out. And everyone was like, oh, this is boring. And it must have been like 3 hours of this fool just driving. And then like the end of the way the chase ended is some civilian just started like ramming him in the back and forcing him to like drive. He was getting annoyed. And the driver seemed like he panicked and didn't know what the fuck to do, made a right and just stepped on it and drove off a fucking road onto the ground below him. I don't know if it was like a dead end. I don't even know what the scene was, but it's like he fell 10 feet.
Flipped his car.
Yeah. It was like the most boring chase, but the ending was the best chase I've ever seen.
Do you remember what I had said to the people? Because there was a few people in my chat room, And this happens a lot. You know, they're going real slow. It's not a very exciting chase. And everyone's like, oh, you know, pull them over. Oh, I'm out of here. This is boring. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, I know it's boring. I'm here to agree with you. It is boring in a sense. But the great thing about a chase is they're all different. No two are ever like, and you never know how they're going to finish.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable. And that right there couldn't have proved my point any better, having such a dramatic ending like that.
It was so crazy. Have you always been into like watching crime or getting involved with law enforcement?
Well,
or is this?
I've been listening I've had police scanners forever, even during the riots in '92, all that stuff. I've had scanners for years, so I've always been into listening to them. I was always into the chases, so I said to myself, let's start a little chase show and see where it goes, and it starts to pick up steam. But what I've also realized is, during the show, that as big as the chases are, I get 3 times the amount of views for the protests.
Now, I can I say something? Because I feel like protest videos are way more boring than chase videos. Because protest videos is people standing around. They're like, whatever. Like I'm not saying I'm against protest. Don't take this out of context. I'm all for it. Protesting it's needed. People need to be heard. Shit needs to change. We're always evolving. I'm 100% for protest. We're just talking about live viewing of these events.
Right. And
protest. It's like people standing, they're walking, they're marching. You kind of want to see, you don't want it to happen, but you want to see people start, damaging buildings and lighting shit on fire because that's like the excitement.
Well, in a sense, it's just like the police chase. It can be very slow, very mundane. Then all of a sudden, one rock, one water bottle, something comes into the police, and it's all hell breaks loose.
Tear gas,
shooting, rubber
rushing.
bullets. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're rushing these people, snatching them up. So, again, it's just the same thing. Sometimes we need to be patient, and in this world of instant everything, we're not very patient.
There's
sometimes.
no more buildup. We just want the fucking.
That's it.
We want the climax now.
We want the nut shot and
now.
done.
Just bust.
Right, busting out.
Give it to me. I have a million other things I need to watch. There's
Right.
so many other things. But
Right.
that's so crazy. So now we're gonna take it back, Damien. I want to take it back to find out who Damien is, what you've been like, because I know you've been smoking weed for a very long time.
Yes.
You have a Rolodex of a lot of amazing people that a lot of regular folks would get a stoner boner to hang out and smoke with, and I feel like you're like friends with like people that are on a different level, and people are like, who the fuck is this Damon guy? How the fuck is he? How is he backstage at every Deftones concert? How is he traveling the world with these Grammy award-winning musicians? He doesn't do music. He's not really. He's just chilling. You're just a fucking cool dude. Where are you from? Let people know where Damon is, Mr. Smokin' Scan.
Well, I mean, we'll get back to that. Oh, yes. Okay.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna get to there.
Okay, but yeah. Okay, so I mean, because
I know some things.
Basically, I'm a hardworking kid from the Hollywood area. I started my own detailing business, car detailing, and that's how I met everybody. I was cleaning their cars, and I was one of those guys where if I worked at McDonald's, I would make you the best Big Mac you've ever had because that's just the way I am. That's
Right.
the kind of dude I am. I want to do everything 100% or I'm not going to fucking do it at all. And I think they saw that in me, and then it got so busy with meeting with Cypress Hill, I had to open a shop, and I ended up opening a shop with a friend of mine, a car shop. And we did customization, we did detailing, we did car tint, everything. And again, what I learned by meeting Cypress Hill is that, musicians are all connected in some way. And that's how I met my best friend, Stefan from the Deftones. He was doing guitar tracks on the Stone Raiders record for Cypress Hill. And that's how we met. You know what I mean? And we just became friends, hanging out.
Bonded.
Absolutely bonded. And then again, when I had opened the shop a year or so after Stone Raiders, it became almost a hangout. Like fools would, people would just play dominoes, smoke
Just hang
weed.
out, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd come over, just get a car
When
wash,
was
sit
this?
there.
Is this like the?
This is from 1992 to 03.
So like the late 1900s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 98 to 03. After 9/11 happened, it was really tough to stay afloat, and we did for a little while, a couple years, and then we had to close down. But that's how I met everybody.
Were you always into cars, like detailing?
Always as a kid, I just always, enamored by cars.
Because I was kind of like, oh shit, Damon is plugged. Because I'm gonna go even further back to like elementary school days.
Okay.
Because I had a guest on my show. His name was Aaron. He's from DNA Genetics.
Right.
And I had him on a show, and he came in. You guys were like, hey, what's up? And you're like, oh, yeah, we went to elementary school together. We've been childhood. I'm like, hold on. Aaron is like a legend in the cannabis space. He created a lot of amazing strains. His company is worldwide. He's one of the first seed companies to make it happen. And you're just like, he comes to I'm like, hell yeah, I got a fucking weed legend coming in. And Dave was like, hey, what's up, Aaron? And they're like best friends. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Aaron and I, our family had been friends. Like his older brother, Yakov, rest in peace, passed away. He was friends with my older sister. And his mother and my mother were friends. So we kind of just grew up together.
Right.
And so we've known each other since kindergarten.
Who got high first? You or him?
Oh, no, we got high together like all the time. Yeah. So it was like an even keel there.
We got high in Jewish summer camp together.
And it was just funny because that little group of people in that elementary school was also Rocco from Dilated Peoples.
What?
Yeah, Rocco went there with us. Same thing with Leor, which is DJ Lethal from Limp Bizkit.
What?
He was in our class as well. He was one above us, but all
Yeah.
in the same school.
It's kind of the same group.
Right. And a few of the CBS guys were there, and
CBS
myself.
is the graffiti crew.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. People were like, CBS in Seattle? What do you mean?
So yeah, we just it was weird because like the group of friends that I had were a lot of people striving to do great things in their own way, and whatever they were doing. And then of course I got into the meeting all these musicians. And again, they all know each other. I went from the Cypress Hill to the Deftones to System of a Down to Linkin Park, to all these different bands that I would know, and some of them I are really close with. Like you said, you see me travel the world with the Deftones, and then there's some that I would, if they saw me right now, I'd say hello to them. That would be about it.
Right.
So
Just got that connection. So when was the first time you spoke weed? I mean, growing up, being friends with Aaron, one of the like leading fucking growers in the world, like
it was. I'm trying to remember what grade. I mean, I know I was in 7th grade. I'm just
like
trying to
bar
remember.
mitzvah time.
Yes, I was in 7th grade. And I don't remember what year that is. I mean, I'm trying to think. Hold on.
It's like 12, 13
87?
years. 12, 13 years after you were born.
Maybe 87.
87?
Yeah,
That was the first time you smoked weed?
Yeah.
How was it? What did weed look like
Oh,
in
it was
the 80s?
bad. It was bad because you'd go to a street. You'd go to a street called Fedora that's still around now, and the MS gang members are there, and they'd sell all the crack and the weed and everything. And what they would do is they'd put weed in tin foil, like aluminum foil. They'd put little bits of the brick weed, put it in there. They'd package the tin foils and then rip up a piece of lawn, put it all underneath the lawn, and then stand on the corner. So they'd ask you what you want. They'd run over, pick the lawn up, grab it from underneath the lawn, run over your car, and give it to you.
That way they didn't have it possessed, so if they got
Right.
rolled up on, they had nothing on them.
Exactly.
Sheesh.
They were thinking smart back then. And
They're
that
like,
was,
oh, that's just grass. That's grass on grass. What you mean, bro?
right? It's not my shit. That's what I'm saying. So those are the ways you had to like score weed. This is well before 215.
This
and
is no social
dispensaries.
media, no fucking
None of that. Bro.
websites where you can find it.
All you had was a Nextel that could chirp each other.
Or you just had to find the person, like, who had it.
Yeah, you didn't even have the Nextels then. I'm
No.
talking
This is
pre-Nextel.
before pagers, probably.
It was. We were talking early.
Well, late 80s is like, I don't think there were pagers yet.
Now, the first time I found good weed, I would say was 93. I found there was a dude on 52nd in San Pedro in an Astro van, and I used to repossess cars. That was my first job out of high school, repossessing cars, because I was so into cars.
You're just like, I'm going to take these. These fools owe money. That's my car now, fool.
That's right.
That's my car.
That's right.
You didn't pay for it.
That's right. Well, I mean, it's embezzlement. If you sign on a dotted line, you don't pay for it, it's embezzling the car. But anyways, that's here nor there. Anyways, so what we would do is finish our day, 52nd in San Pedro. Dude was sitting there, had the greatest fucking hookup. He had the Chronic back then, the Chronic.
The Chronic.
Yeah. And he had some tie stick.
It was green. It was not brown. It was green.
No. This was real fire. Like really, it was really good to where we would wait at 7 o'clock for him to like open up.
And this is like $20 a gram.
Yeah, that's all he had. It was a brown bag, and he would park the Astro van and open the side door and sit in there. So the only way you could see him is if you walked by him. If you drove by him, you wouldn't see him in the van. So you have to get out and walk by the van, and he'd be sitting there with 2 brown bags, and you want one of these, how many you? And it's only dubs, no eighths, no nothing, just dubs.
Right. Not even indica sativa, just fucking.
Right. You want an eighth, you're getting 3 grams. You know what I mean? You're getting 3 grams, and that was it. You're not even getting your extra half gram.
That's crazy. That's how I used to sell it when I first started. I used to buy an eighth, which was 3.5 grams, and then I would sell the 3 grams to my homies. And I would keep the half a gram for myself. I would smoke the grams with them. I would make my money off of them because, the eighth would be like $50. I would sell each gram for 20, 40, 60. I make $10, keep half a gram, and then I'll go get another eighth.
Little side hustle.
And then that shit kept, because I just wanted to smoke. I was like, how can I smoke for free? I don't want to pay money to smoke. I wanted to smoke for free. And then the eighth turns into an ounce, turns into a quarter pound, turns into pounds. Next thing I know, I'm at the farms meeting these growers, fucking coming back with packs, just knocking people out. And then the price is going from like $7K a pee to like $3,200 a pee because of Prop 215, and everyone's racing to the bottom. I said, fuck this. I'm going to figure out something else.
Yeah, I still remember when we had the shop, and that's really, in 98, 99 was the first time I really was introduced to the real Josh D OG, the original 90s cut, which I can't find anymore. And let me tell you something. The last time I saw the original 90s cut was
Of OG
was at your show. Yeah, it was at your show, and you didn't have it. You didn't have it.
Who had it?
It was one of your homies with the little tin. He had the little round metal tins, and his buddy was the one that his brother. Kyle's brother.
You're Kyle. Talking about Kyle, right?
Okay, yeah. His brother, he has it. Kyle, whoever the fuck you are.
I know where Kyle is now.
Kyle, you got it, bro.
Kyle is my boy. He's just a little introvert. He's just not like real social. A little on the awkward, but he grows some amazing weed, and he's so knowledgeable about strains and genetics and the history and where they came from and who bred them and what strains are what. He just has that like.
Yeah,
it's like almost Asperger's towards his knowledge. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying like that knowledge that's just.
He's a sponge to it.
Everything is crazy.
Yeah, see, now that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it in a while, and you and I could go right now to 10 dispensaries. They'd all have OG, but none would be the original cut.
Right. There's some close to it.
Some, but I still don't find it. And then again, like I said, I remember in 98 vividly that the packs were at least $8,000 a pound, $500 an ounce, and I'm telling you, if you offered them $470, they'd tell you to fuck off. Get out of here. Because they knew they would get rid of it. It didn't matter. And I saw some people buying an ounce or two for $600-700 because there was none around. And you couldn't get it. And there was no dispensaries.
No.
So it's either buy it or you don't.
And you have to get what you get from the homie that has it because there ain't no options back then. You go to the Ralph's parking lot. He's like, this is it, G. Do you want it or not? You're like, fuck, well, I ain't got nothing else. You're my only plug right now, buddy.
Right. And I think back then, only thing else was like Headband or Bubba. Those were pretty big at the same time, too.
You named my top 3 strains. OG, pre-98 Bubba, like that real Bubba. And then, like, you can't even find Headband anymore. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Good.
So you know what I know what I'm talking about.
Real smokers. That's what we do here on the podcast. We with Damien, Mr. Smokin Scan, who is killing it on all platforms. I know I started watching it on Twitter, Periscope. Now you got it over on Twitch. You're kind of new on Twitch because I went to your room and I think I was like subbing and cheering and you had like no idea. Are you on one screen? Are you on one monitor?
I'm all on one. And
you're on like 4 platforms while you stream on one monitor.
Yes.
Bro, you're crazy.
But bro, I know. And if any of my fans are watching, I was this close today to ordering the computer. I know what I'm getting. I'm ordering it tomorrow. So I'm going to get a whole new setup and everything is going to be really
I've been looking for more webcams because I finally have switched. Because I was using my MacBook cam.
Right.
As my main cam for Twitch and my Logitech cam for my weed cam. And I was just like, whatever. Like, no one really cares to see me. Let's just get good pictures of the weed. And then, like, I switched it up and put my face on the Logitech. And it was like, oh, my God, this is so much better, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, I'll let y'all look good. We don't need to look at no droid quality fucking footage. We'll keep it crisp and clean.
Right.
So we out here now. I've been shout out to everyone listening to the podcast. Everyone that's been listening to the podcast. You know, I've been doing this shit since 2009. It's just been through different names, different co-hosts, different platforms, but just been consistent with the podcast. And it's cool to see everyone pull up and come through. And we're actually taking phone calls today also. If you do want to call in, if you're listening live on Twitch, you could call in. Or if you saw the story on IG or whatever, 747-242-1112. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I think that's it.
Pretty good.
747-242-1112. If you want to call in, Andrew will pick up the phone. We can talk about whatever you want. Let me ask you, what is your favorite strain that you can get? Not like your favorite you've smoked of all time, like a consistent strain that you can get and you're like, yo, this is my go-to.
Well, if we're going to eliminate with the one we just spoke about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, if we're eliminating that.
I just thought how passionate you were about
one
that.
of the, I mean, man, there's just so much good stuff out there, so many new ones, but one that I wish I probably had an ounce of right now sitting in front of me would be the limoncello.
The limoncello?
Yeah.
What?
The limoncello is fucking phenomenal, man.
You like those lemon flavors?
Well, I mean, you know, it's not that I like the lemon, you know, per se. It's just that particular strain really does taste really good. And I'm not a huge sativa guy or whatever, not huge into the flavors, but slowly I've been getting into them. You know, I brought some strawberry banana Skittles with me. That's what I'm smoking right now. So
this is a jar of exotics right here.
Let's see.
That's a little double mix. You know, one of my favorite strains that anytime I find them is good is like a haze, like a lemon haze or a silver haze or like a super haze. I am all about it. Give me my fucking sativas, please. I am all about the sativas.
Yeah, that smells fucking fire. It smells like gelato.
That is gelato.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
gelato mix. Oh, we got any phone calls, Andrew? We got some. Oh, we didn't pick it up. It's all right. We're stoned. No, call back. If you called in, call back. We good. We stoned. We stoned out here. I am with Mr. Smokin' Scan. He is out here broadcasting events going around the world. The main thing is police chases when they happen. He tries to go on, but he's been doing the protests. He's been seeing things around the world. How do you feel about things happening right now in the world? Because you be watching the protests, you be talking to a lot of opinionated people on social media. I know everyone has opinions and they're experts.
A lot of sensies out there.
A lot of experts.
A lot of sensies, a lot of experts. People are hypersensitive at this moment. You know what I mean? And it's a little difficult to deal with in some respects, but I gotta say that there's we're just living in a weird, difficult time, and everything is changing. Like today, the news of not having the Rose Parade for the first time since World War II.
It's like 100 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's insane. Like
shorter basketball seasons, fucking empty crowds. UFC has their own fucking island to fight, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's just that's what I'm saying. Everything is just a little out of whack, and the way I deal with kind of chaos or things that are chaotic, if I can't control it, I do my best to not worry about it because it doesn't make any difference to me.
Right. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. People always be asking like, "Hey, what's your opinion on this?" Y'all just trying to troll me and get me in trouble and have me say something so you can just go record. Look what this fool said. Like, what?
Give your Twitch guys the number one more time.
747-242-1112 is the phone number. 747-242-1112. I record these. We're doing them Wednesdays. I think Wednesdays at like 7 Pacific is the time we're going to be doing these shows. I will be streaming them on Twitch. You could be calling in at that time. You could replay this show at the app. Hayes has their own app at the App Store, or you could go on Spotify, iTunes.
And you're on Wednesdays always, I think at 4:20.
On the app, like on the
actual
schedule.
live, yeah.
Okay, and I'm on there too. We out here making it happen. Dave, where can I didn't even say it yet? Where can people find you, Damon? I didn't even.
I don't. It's like everywhere.
It's like what is it? Just Smokin' Scan?
At Smokin' Scan on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, D Live, Periscope. So
and it's Smoke N Scan. The letter
Smoke
N.
N as in Nancy Scan.
Not and N.
N.
Smoke N Scan. If you into live shit making it happen, seeing all that crazy stuff, check out his stream. So okay, here you are in Hollywood. You're growing up. You just have like random friends who end up becoming like world-renowned musicians and growers and artists and just involved in all sorts of businesses. You out here cleaning cars. What made you get into all these social media platforms and streaming? Because
Well, as you know, I started with Be Real, being friends with him for such a long time. When he started Be Real TV, he asked me to come over and start doing streaming with him. And, and that worked for a while.
that was on the Stickum days.
Yes, Stickum. Yeah, we started with Stickum.
Because I remember doing my show on Stickcam, and then
Yeah.
we would have some viewers, and or Be Real would come on, and then all of a sudden the viewers would be gone. I was like, all right, Be Real, I see how it is.
Well, that goes with everything. Joe Rogan goes on, and we all go down.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be on live, and they'll be like, oh, shit, Wiz Khalifa just went on live. I'm like, all right, bye. I'll still be, at least I'll talk to you guys.
Yeah.
At least
right.
I'll pay attention to y'all.
So, yeah, that's kind of how I started. And then I said to myself, it would be cool to, take these skills and start my own show at my own house and, buy a little equipment and start something. And I did. And I didn't think anybody was going to like it. I thought it was more of just, hey, let's turn on the scanner, smoke some weed, and talk. And here we are 3 years later, and it's evolved pretty fast.
You converted one of your rooms into the studio.
Yes, I have a room in my house that I just made it all into a studio, all for itself.
You're professional.
I try to be. I mean, as best as I can. Obviously, there's a lot that isn't professional about my shit. I mean, you could see that, and I'm honest about it. But it's also because I'm not as tech savvy as I would like to be. And it's tough to pay people nowadays. Like a lot of them want a lot of money, and then there's people that take the money and don't do much, and so
You're
it's
just being the
tough.
wrong people, bro. I have some amazing people in the ill community right here. We got the illest community on the highest stream, and they be like, "Yo, I'll make your Discord for you. Let me help you out. I'll help you with the commands." I'm like, "Yeah, let's fucking build this fucking community."
Yeah, that's what I need. I seriously need help like revamping the sites and stuff because I know they're no good. I don't have to ask the people. I know they're no good, and anybody who knows anything about computers can clearly see it.
Well, you out here chilling. Are we getting phone calls? Are they blowing up? We got to make it happen. 747-242-1112. I know we had some calls earlier, but we never got to them because we're assholes.
Don't be scared.
But if you call back, we will pick them up this time. We're just getting way too high. What's your favorite way to smoke, Damon? Do you have a preferred way? Are you a flower or dabs?
Oh, definitely flower over the dabs.
Okay.
Now, I like both. You know that. I definitely partake in both. With the show, it's a little easier with the dabs, and that's kind of why I went with the peak, because I was setting off the smoke alarms in my house with the torch.
Big hot dabs.
And that's what's crazy. Just merely heating the nail.
would put up.
Right.
That's crazy.
Would and they're all linked together, so all of them would go off at the same time. And it would be crazy, and obviously people wearing headphones watching the show would be quite pissed.
Like, what the fuck?
Right.
That's just annoying, those things, too. Yeah, there's so many mobile dab devices now, too.
Yeah.
I've been unboxing some of them on my show. I actually brought one with me today. This one right here. The X-Ray. Have you seen this one?
I haven't. Someone actually hit me up that works for, that basically designs the stuff for G-Pen. A couple of guys in, I believe, Torrance, and they have a company. I'm not going to say the name. And they actually made a smoke and scan device for me, and I haven't said it yet. I'm going to take a look at it here soon. And it's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Let me find out David's out here getting his own products made and shit.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, dog. I mean, they already made me a prototype, and I mean, dude, this, I'll tell you, the show's been funny because now in this last year, so many people that are, big in their industries are kind of famous hitting me up that I don't know, I've never met.
I was going to ask you, like, who, because I've been getting some crazy DMs from people. I'm like, how the fuck did you find me? Like, how do you know who I am? Like, who's been some crazy people that like has reached out? Or
Duncan Trussell of the show on Netflix, Midnight Gospel. He's got like the highest rated animated series on Netflix.
Okay.
And he's a comic. And apparently all of those same people, like they're all in a group. Brian Redban has hit me up too.
Okay.
Same with, I've heard Doug Stanhope talking about Smoke and Scan on his show, and Eddie Bravo. And I don't know any of these people, never met them, never been to Be Real TV with any of them. It's not like it's a friend of a friend. It's
They just
none of that.
found your show organically and mentioned it because
I'm guessing.
That's
I'm
crazy.
guessing. So yeah, it's been funny. Even the chief of police in Nebraska comes in, watches the show. Yeah, La Vista, Nebraska. Shout out to you, Chief Lawson. He comes into the room and actually like chats with us. I take dabs
and
for him.
And you're sitting there dabbing?
I tell him, this for you, Chief. And
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, he's the chief of La Vista, Nebraska's police department. You can look on Twitter. He follows me now. You can go ahead and take a look at it. There's quite a few high-profile LAPD officers that follow me as well. I don't want to put them on blast since we're in LA, but
is what you're doing is legal, like listening to scanners and all that?
Sure. I mean, it's 50 states legal to listen to scanners. I mean, that's how the news get the news.
Okay.
They have a guy like me sitting in a room. Okay, well, the shooting's here, the car accident's there. Go out here, go out there. They do the same thing.
Okay.
So other than that, we all know the aspect of smoking is legal, at least in this state.
Yes.
To possess it and smoke it is legal, and I'm in my own home. So I don't see how
and
there's
you're over 21.
I'm over 21,
Yeah.
and I'm not giving anything away. I don't. And, and that's another thing with the show. I know it's called Smoke and Scan, and I smoke on the show constantly. I mean, there's 5, 7, 10 rounds a show.
Round 4.
That's right, round 4. Yeah, but I would say if you took a poll of the people that watch the show who smokes and doesn't, I'd say 60% do not smoke.
Okay. I'll tell you the percentage of my audience on Twitch right now. I can probably guarantee that 98% of them are high. And the 2% that aren't high are probably at work and haven't hit their pen yet because they haven't gone on break.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can guarantee that. If you high on Twitch right now, let me see some emotes. If you high, listen to this in the car right now. Honk the person who's driving a horn, because I'm sure you're not driving, right? That's right. I don't know where y'all listen to this. I don't know where y'all be watching, but I appreciate all y'all hanging out. The phone number again is 747-242-1112. Hey, Twitch, y'all got the numbers. I see y'all in here. I know we got some Smoke and Scam fans. I see we got a lot of new followers, some new subs. I'll shout y'all out in a second. I appreciate it. But we just vibing. This is Damien with Smoke and Scam. If you don't know, we get to know the man and how he got to being Mr. Smoke and Scam. I think you're like the number one like new scanner show on the net on any platform, because there's like no one else doing what you're doing, is there?
I mean, there's some other guys that'll like leave a scanner on in a certain area and just like there's no host.
Yeah, they just play a screen. Like I'll see
Right.
people that have like a split screen and it's like 8 screens of just shit going on around the world, but there's no one to connect with. There's no
Right.
engagement. You're out here reading comments, talking shit, talking about the laws, talking about what you know and
Absolutely.
how and your experience watching these and how their tactics are and what they would do.
Right, and I like to explain the scanner too, like break down the 10 codes to them so they understand what they're hearing. And they
Right.
get familiar with it on their own, So, yeah, it's a learning experience.
There was another crazy chase I saw watching you, because I get my notifications on for you, Dave. I don't know if you know that, but my notifications on. Every time you go live, I'm like, let's run it. It was in a different state, and this fool was flying. I don't know. I think it was maybe Georgia, or you said Nebraska. Now that's in my head, but I feel like it was Georgia or some shit. Do you know? You have an idea where I'm going with
I
this?
think you're saying, does it include a silver scion?
Yeah, and a tree.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What state was that in? Do you remember?
I want to say that was Michigan, but I could be wrong.
It was like, it wasn't California.
It definitely
was another
wasn't.
state.
No. I
'Cause
think
I
it's
don't usually
Michigan.
watch chases in other states. I watch them locally live on the news because they're like daily out here.
Right.
And this fool was driving like he had no fucks to give.
None.
He was going like 100 through intersections, driving on sidewalks, just zooming. And then like I blinked my eyes, and the next thing I know, the car disintegrated.
Through a little tree, too.
It was like the only tree that I don't know how he hit. And is that common? Do they end up like hitting the most random thing? Because this is how I see chases ending. There's 3 ways they end. It's either they pull over and give up, they crash the fuck out of their vehicle, or they pull over and run. That's like
The 3 mains, for
3
sure.
ways.
Yeah,
that
that's
it
the 3
usually
mains.
ends. And that's what I say. I'm like, how is this going to end? Is he going to give up? Is he going to run? Or is he going to fucking crash? Because that's how they usually end.
Yes, for the most part. I mean, there is the ones that pull over and there's a shootout.
Yeah.
There is the ones where they actually do just get away. Like, they're...
I've seen so many of those during the protests and the riots.
Yeah.
So many.
Looters.
They were just whoop, out. The police were like, man, fuck this shit. I mean,
They needed to pretend, not pretend. They needed to chase them out to make it seem like they're still trying to do something, but there was so many occurring in such a short span that they really couldn't do much other than follow them out. And then you saw they got away.
Just all right, we're over it.
Yeah.
We got more shit to take care of.
That's what I'm saying, because now you can get drawn out while all the other ones come in and take all the shit. So yeah, it was a weird time, and yeah, I want to say it's funny during that time is when my YouTube really just blew up. I mean that 1 week right there, I saw the numbers explode
During the whole BLM protests and the George Floyd thing that weekend.
That's what I mean. See,
there was so much activity.
You'd think it was a police chase that blew it up, but it really wasn't. It was a protest that really made it.
Well, that
go.
shit. Like, I was on the streets that Friday on Fairfax and Melrose, and I saw the buildings on fire. I saw kids running up to stores and breaking windows, and I saw a car pull up and like two 15-year-old girls run into a store, grab shit, and ran out. I'm like, they have no idea what the fuck is going on.
It was weird, though, because if you noticed, since you said on Fairfax, for some reason they like held in front of Cantor's to Supreme. So it's like almost a coordinated effort to where they didn't want Supreme to get taken down, and it didn't.
But yeah, but they were like cop cars on fire in front of it. It was like hype beast shit.
Yeah, and there was a few other stores right down the street that obviously got manhandled.
It was crazy. It was crazy to see in real life. I was live streaming it. It was pretty nuts.
To see the kid get hit by the dumpster at CBS.
Bro,
he got smashed into that gate.
That was instant karma.
That was great.
That was an instant karma situation.
Yes, that was.
It was crazy. I see you keep looking. I got the Stundin glass gravity bong. I got this little dab rig. We could take dabs out of the gravity bong also. I've been doing that too.
I kind of want to try this one.
All right, so look, this thing is crazy. I think it's called. Because, look, I have new shows. I have new ideas coming out. I got a whole bunch of things I'm working on. Right. So I'm trying to, like, get... So this basically... You see, it's smaller. It's crazy. This is the atomizer right here. And then we'll reload it. Oh, I don't have a dab tool with me. Andrew, you got a dab tool? And a quick shout out to everyone on Twitch.
Let me see if I got one. I don't...
Look, see, I also have one of these, too. These crazy-ass... little like direct inject nectar collector dipstick. No, this is called the dip.
The
just
dip.
Goes right into it.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Here, let me see if I can do it.
I came unprepared. I didn't think we were taking dabs.
No, it's all good. I know. I usually smoke a lot of weed, so it's fine. We'll take a dab. I'll get it. Andrew will come back and I'll get a little dab. I don't know where he went real quick, but we'll make it happen.
I'll tell you what. It's funny because I was looking at the pictures the other day of us smoking the 5-pound rocket launcher.
Oh, at the 10-year party.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was just crazy. I was just looking. My friends are like, I was talking to them. I was like, yeah, we smoked a 5-pound blunt one time. He's like, shut up. What do you mean a 5-pound blunt? I was like, bro, it's 5 pounds. It was a rocket launcher you put on somebody's shoulder. And they lit the rocket and gave that out to the crowd while we smoked the launcher.
Yeah. The rocket was like 2 pounds itself.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just remember... Like, God, it must have been 2 hours or so because we were all on stage when we were smoking it, right? So we got off stage, mingling.
Passed it to the crowd.
Yeah, passed it to the crowd. But the best part is there must have been like a 50, 60-year-old dude sitting in the back with the carcass. Like, whatever
he was
was
holding
left.
it. He was waiting for everyone to quit so he could take it home.
Right.
He was like, I'm keeping, we ain't finishing this. There was still like 2 pounds in the roach.
Right? 2 pounds of stale fucking resined up
so
weed.
Gross.
Oh, that would have...
Filled with saliva.
Bro, it would have been so harsh.
Ugh, it was. What was, because you were around my show a lot, and I used to have crazy-ass blunts every week on the Getting High With show.
Right.
Was there any blunts that stood out?
I mean, you know me. I'm not a blunt guy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that blunt, and...
Well, it's 5 pounds. It's unforgettable. But, like, I've had, like, lighthouses and blunt bombs.
I mean, Jaime is, pretty credible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Weavers,
Because I get those on this day. You ever go on Facebook or, like, Snapchat or whatever, or Instagram, and they have, like, on this day, and they show you what you posted, like, that day, like, 5 years ago or 8 years ago. So I'll see some of these things I totally forgot about. Like, oh, yeah, there was a fucking UFO abducting a person blunt that I smoked.
The
like,
menorah. The menorah.
The all gold one?
Yeah.
Each candle has a joint?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the menorah was pretty special. I mean, there's just so many different ones that he's done that are just fantastic. I mean, the dude. It's the reason I call him the king.
He's good at. He's good
I don't
at
even
much.
call him by his name anymore. I just call him the
Let's
king.
call him Weavers. We out here. I saw it blinking. Does that mean there was a call? Oh, you're not on. What?
When there's blinking.
Oh, yeah. There was a blinking.
Was there? Okay, when there's blinking, we just hit
Oh,
that.
I should have just hit. Which one do I hit when it blinks?
Just that one.
All right.
Guys, don't be shy. Call in right now.
No,
Come on.
it's all right. It was blinking while he was away, but I didn't know what to press. I didn't want to fuck shit up.
I got you.
I see you got your board. Do we have a dabber here?
I have one. Yeah, I can grab it.
I just need. Can I get a dabber? I forgot to
The
grab.
actual dabbing.
Just a dab tool.
dab.
A dab tool.
yeah.
A dab tool.
Yeah.
A dab tool. So look, I'm gonna start doing these podcasts again weekly. You never know who's gonna pull up. Damien Staleblazer in the building. You can catch him smoking scan. He's out here, been a friend of mine for many, many years. I want to get him on here, let him know. You check him out if you into it. Police chases are so exciting. It's like a real life video game.
It is.
It's unpredictable. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
It is. I mean, you never know what. No two are ever
Do you
alike.
want to try some of this?
I'd love to.
Yeah, man.
I'll make a salad. Because I already stuffed most of that in there. So
Yeah,
it'd be
make a
tough to
salad,
pull
whatever
out.
you want, bro.
Let's make a little salad.
I
Take
got
a
it.
nugget.
You want
Yeah,
to
he's-
try this too, right?
Yeah, he's really trying to fuck me up here, guys. He's trying to get me high on the weed and then give me dabs right now. I love it.
I'm not trying to. I am.
I am.
Oh yeah.
But he knows I definitely I like to partake. He knows I never say no.
You're a real smoker.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I got to turn it on. So you press it a couple times. Turn it on. What temperature do you like?
Low. I like it. I don't want it hot.
All right. So you go right here, press it once.
Yeah.
Then when it vibrates, just hit it.
Right.
I think I pressed it.
Do I have to hit the top?
I mean, you'll figure it out. You're
All
a
right.
real smoker. You'll know how it works. Did it vibrate? There you go. Yeah. And then that just acts as a carb cap. And then you can press it again to like keep the ignition going. But that was real quick, huh? That heated up pretty quick, G. That heated up pretty quick, G.
Tastes good.
Yeah, it was just some. It's like piney. I think it's like citrus sap or
Do
whatever.
you have a Q-tip so I can clean this thing?
I did not bring a Q-tip. I did not bring no cotton swabs. So that thing is only like $150 compared to like the other ones that are a little bit more than that.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, that's cool. It's all right. It does its job. It heats up quick. It has some different temperatures. We out here. I had a whole review on it on Twitch the other day.
Thank you, Andrew.
The other night I had a whole review of it on Twitch. We were out here vibing.
No, it's definitely a good. What is it? Screw on, screw out. How does it?
Oh, you just pull it. It's a pull off. It's just a pull. What?
Nice and clean for you.
Yeah, everyone hear my chair squeaking too? It's just fucking
Squeaky, squeaky.
exciting. I be moving a lot. I got ADD. That's what happens. That's what
Good
happens.
excitement.
So, can you let people know a website where people or do you have a website that has it all?
I don't have the website just
Okay.
yet, so I'm working on the website. I did go and I bought smokinscan.com and trademarked it and all that good jazz. So, smart in that sense. I'm still taking care of a few other business avenues, and just trying to get it as legit as possible.
Do you use the sound box that you were using on the show for your scan, or you got something
not that
newer?
exact one. I used one of the other ones that B-Real had, like the very first one that Muggs used to use. B-Real is still using the other two blue ones that we used to use for your show.
Okay.
He uses those for the Dr. Green Thumb podcast. So I use the beige one that nobody really used to use. I told him, it's just sitting there, let me use it. So, and you know me, I think it's a good layer that I added to the show.
Yeah, sound effects are great. I love that shit. I'm gonna. So now that I'm more serious on Twitch and I realize what the fuck's going on, I am gonna put more money into it and make it. And I know sound effects, filters, like little transition scenes, and more monitors and faster processors. And people are like, "Hey, are you gonna start gaming?" So I'll probably play a couple games, do some stupid shit. We'll make it happen.
Do you have a PC or a Mac?
Bro, I'm streaming right now. This is what I use.
Oh, you're going to use that. That's the computer you're going to use, is what you're saying?
No, I'm gonna get a new one because.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that when you start adding all the banners and cameras, and anything that's going and moving, the computer has to keep reading it. So the graphics card is the big issue for that. Graphics and the RAM.
Yeah.
So you need a lot of RAM.
A lot of RAM.
And a good graphics card to handle it, because some of these computers, it's the graphics side and not just the CPU, it's the GPU.
Yeah.
So you know, these are the things that I'm learning too as I'm going through and computer shopping and stuff like that, because you know, nowadays computers, even a nice PC is still fucking $3,000. It's expensive. It's Apple money almost. So
Depends what you want to get.
well, but the problem is, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you have a MacBook Air or these low level MacBooks, you can only do so much.
Right.
If you start to add all these little things, that's what I'm explaining to you.
Yeah.
It's gonna slow. It's gonna get. You're gonna get frame drop and you're gonna get encoder issues.
But we've been good right now. I've been good. We've no lag on my end. We've been streaming clean.
We got someone jumping on right before we were gonna end. Hey,
Oh, we got a call? We should take it. Hey,
it's on.
Hello.
What up?
What's up? What's your name? Where you from?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yo, what up, gang?
What's
what up, highest host?
Yeah.
What up, Scan?
What up?
What's your name? Where you from?
It's RB Swayze in the house calling in.
Okay,
From Ohio,
Swayze out here.
419.
Nice.
You smoking right now? What you smoking on?
Smoking some gelato.
Yummy. I'm about to hit some of that right now.
I heard that, brother. I got a question for Smoke Scan, man. I was wondering, the radios that you operate on, are they all just like basic police scanner radio stations, or do you operate like on the storm chaser stuff or anything like other than that? Or
Basically, I'm all LAPD, Sheriff Department, and the California Highway Patrol. Now, again, if there's like fires, because we have a lot of fires out here in California, the fires are going on, we'll switch to, you know, LAFD or LA County Fire, LA City, to and listen to the helicopter. So it depends on what's going on. And even if there's a chase in Cleveland, Ohio, I will find the feeds via the internet for the visual and the audio.
yeah, we always got this ruckus over in Cleveland, man. Do you need like a special license or anything to get those, or?
No, absolutely not. There's a place called scannermaster.com. You can go online, check them out. And again, they 50 states legal. Some states, you know, I think it's Minnesota and a few others, like you can't have it in your car. That's only unless you're media or, you know, either law enforcement or media. But for the most part, they're legal, completely legal. You can get them at Walmart even.
All 50 states. We said it.
That's right.
Right, man. I mean, you just, like, no offense, I'm 34, but, you know, like, I used to see a lot of older heads working the scanners, and you just don't see them out here anymore. People even with their ears to the streets like you, man.
Yeah, they're
And
dying
I
out.
appreciate what you're doing. I really like it, man. I think it's awesome, bro.
Thank
I
you
just
so
wanted to call and
much.
say what's up, and I'm supporting the fam, and let's get it.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to Ohio, man.
Wait, Swayze
Gang,
in the
gang.
building.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
thanks for
Say what
calling,
up to
G.
Sancho Adam, man.
I will. I'll give Sancho some love for you, G. Thank you. Shout out to Swayze. Thanks for calling, man. Hey, shout out to everyone who listened wherever the fuck you at. We appreciate it. We got David Staleblazer in the building, Mr. Smokin' Scan. Make sure you check him out, but give him a follow on all platforms. Watch the next Police Chase live. You might be super entertained. It might be something you might have never known you liked.
That's right.
It's in a lot of movies, and people love those scenes in movies, so imagine it in real life.
And if you don't love me, you'll definitely love my rescue kitten.
I didn't even
Chase.
bring up the cat. I forgot to bring up the cat. I
do you
was
not
saying
bring
you
in
had a
Chase?
cat. You just got the kitty, too.
Yeah.
See?
Got him straight off
Fuck.
the tough streets of San Fernando Valley.
See, I tried doing the show without no notes. I was trying to go all off the head. I did all right. I did all right. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Andrew in the building. Let us come through. Hey, studio, we in the building. It's the highest host, Adam. We appreciate all y'all hanging out with us. We are here every week doing the podcast. I forgot what show I was doing for a second. I got a bunch of shit coming up. Make sure you follow me. Get High everywhere on IG. Highest host on Twitch. Get High everywhere on, just type in Adam Ill and I'll pull up. I get deleted so many times, I never know what the fuck my shit is. Just go to adamill.com. You'll find everything. Twitch, don't go anywhere. Everyone else, I love y'all. Be safe. Don't get mad. Just breathe healthy, clean air, and just respect the people around you. Everyone's sensitive right now. Just be safe, all right? Love y'all. See y'all later. Bye.
You're listening to Hayes Radio Network, Cannabis Lifestyle Radio.